All right, YouTube, what is up? It's Friday night. I've been going hard the last couple of weeks between work and trying to build this bad boy. It's that time of year. It's the Baja 1000, and I am pumped. I'm going to be going down to Mexico with the Can-Am race team. Ram Racing will be in the blue Can-Am RC. She's ready to rock and roll. But before we race, we're going to go pre-run for 3 days. And I am super stoked, and I wanted to get the Can-Am ready to pre-run and possibly ready to race. So all the parts that I put on the Can-Am, I kind of have that in mind. Hopefully maybe racing this in the Parker 250 in January. So I've done a lot of things that would make it qualify for racing, and I think I might give her a whirl. I'm a little nervous. I'm used to the Polaris, but I do love the Can-Am too. So let's talk about a few things that I have done. My number one thing when I get a side-by-side, just like getting a dirt bike, is getting my suspension dialed. So all these shocks have been completely gone through. They've all been revalved and a bunch of custom machining. And we went out and tuned the other night. I should have took some video, but I was just too busy. But Matt at Desert Speed has hooked me up, and I'm just gonna be ripping on this pre-run, and I can't wait. I'll do a video that goes through the suspension like really good in the future, but let's just say it is a world of difference. It is comfortable, fast, doesn't ever bottom. It's just freaking bad, eh? So super stoked on the Desert Speed suspension, and like I said, we'll do another video on that. Lead nav, so I'm gonna have iPad GPS. So I've got my lead nav mount. It worked really great for me last year. And then I have my GPS airplane sensor. Works awesome. So lead nav is cool. It's easy. It's what you understand. You know, you can zoom in and out. It's like it's your iPhone stuff. So it's bad, eh? BF Goodrich tires. Gonna be rocking BF Goodrich tires this year. I loved my Method tires. I still love my Method tires. Method and Tenzer, they do a great job. BF Goodrich does free support at the Best of Desert races and in Baja. And I love their tire too. But between those two things, they already made such a bad A tire. It's got a thick sidewall. It's probably the toughest tire in the market. It does good in all conditions, and I love them. And then on top of that, I've got free support at the races. It's just a huge deal. So BFGs with tire pressure monitoring, which is also sweet. It's been working pretty good. So yeah, stoked on that. SMB particle separator. So got two. It's always hard to find space to put everything when you're throwing all your stuff together, but we've got one particle separator for the engine and then one air pumper for the helmet, which is so awesome. Both of them do not use filters. I love the guys at Rugged, but the Rugged Radio air pumper I used, I just felt like it started losing its pressure, and is combination between I think getting hot and just the air filter clogging. And so you don't have that problem with these SMBs, and they're just freaking sick. They look cool. It's military tech. I mean, it's freaking awesome. So SMB stuff is all hooked up. AIM belt temp gauge. This is sick. So I'll do another like separate video on this too. Let's start it up. But the AIM belt temp gauge is the bomb. And if you can see, these are my last rides. So it does all kinds of data logging, and it's just freaking cool. It's accurate. It's really high quality. Like, there's a couple other gauges out there. They're okay. I've heard that they break a lot. This AIM is the bomb. It's what all the racers, they use like the whole display. But this is sweet. It's the same price as those other gauges. It's 300 bucks. It's really hard to find online. I bought it from No Limit Racing, or No Limit RD out of California. They're a distributor for them, but like, you search this gauge, you cannot find it. I don't know why, but it's extremely hard to find, but it is sweet. It was easy to install, and I am super happy with the gauge. Freaking cool. Let's see. Oh, yeah, these bad boys. Baja Designs LP6. So I kind of wanted to go with the round lights, and I'm pretty stoked on them. On my last Can-Am, I had the bar across, and I felt like it kind of impeded my vision when I was in the dunes. So I'm going with these. Also, these are super bright, but don't pull a lot of wattage. The Can-Am only has a 450 watt stator, and with all the electronics, the nav, the radios, like it starts to overload the system. So you got to be careful on how much light you add, and it needs to be efficient light. So these are pretty sick. They have a high and a low, and then they have a daytime running light which is orange, which looks really cool on the RC. So super happy with them. I've got these pillar mounts from Jim at BRP Moto. Thanks, Jim. Hooked me up. Jim is a badass. His products are awesome. I guess let's just go through the rest of his stuff too. I already went through them once on another video, but BRP Moto bags, BRP Moto handles, got a BRP Moto shift knob. This is a big one. I got BRP Moto seat rails, which let's talk about the seats. So I've got these badass GT3 PRP seats. I went with black and like the Alcantara material. I love how it looks. I'm a little worried on how easy it'll be to keep clean and nice, but it's badass right now, and I'm super stoked. With his seat rails, you can get it in a low position, and it's freaking awesome. So super stoked on the BRP Moto rails, and the PRP seats, of course, always awesome. Did a custom toolkit. I've got one under each seat, and they're actually tied down. PRP makes some cool bags, and I will go over that on another video too. Again, I told you everything that I did on the machine. I'm thinking about what I have to do to pass racing tech in the future. So I've got one fire extinguisher here with a Drake mount, and I've got one back here. So you've got access. The co-driver's got access, or if you need to get out and grab something by the motor, you got access. Yeah, freaking sweet. Okay, so I went with the Baja designs, which I absolutely love. For the front lights, the rear lights, I had such good luck with my rigid lights. So one thing I love about these rigid lights is that they're multi-function. So I have a rear fog light, I've got my wigwag, my chase lights, I've got a dome light, and I'll kind of show you guys. And I've got this, I think it's Phoenix or Felix controller. I've got to put the stickers in there. But yeah, you've got your wigwag, and they're just clean. They're under 200 bucks a piece. They're freaking badass. I love that with the controller. The controller is also going to do my siren, which I don't have on yet, but I do have. I just haven't found a place to mount it yet. I just kind of ran out of time. But the rigid lights are sick. Let's see. There's your rear fogs. It's just so cool, man. They're badass lights. And then you've got your interior little courtesy light. So it's a really cool setup. It's really easy, and this controller works really awesome too. I was so happy with this on the Polaris that for sure, like, I had to go back with those rigid chase lights again. They're awesome. For the race, I'll add the blue light probably in the middle, and I'll be ready to go. So yeah, freaking sweet. I'm pretty stoked on my lighting. Okay, let's go spare tire carrier. So No Limit Racing. I mean, these guys win like every freaking race. I mean, these guys are badass. They are the #1 Can-Am guy. They know what they're doing. The reason why I went with it is because it's a super sturdy rack. It'll hold a 32. It keeps it pretty low, and it really ties it down tight. So I'm going to use this. I'll probably have a couple of gas cans that I'll strap down on top of the tire when we go on our longer ride. But it's freaking awesome. I went with Steelit paint. So I got it raw, and then I just used Steelit. Steelit's cool because you can weld right to it. So pretty awesome. So just raw spare tire carrier. And I'm stoked on it. You have to drill a couple holes to mount it, but really not too bad. And another big benefit is it also is a rear bumper. So now I've got a spare and I have a rear bumper that's past my rear wheels, so that passes. Okay, so like I said, that helps me pass tech. I got the spare tire, I've got the rear bumper. Freaking sweet setup. They shipped it fast. I'm pretty stoked with it. I still haven't decided what cage I'm going to use, but it'll work with the stock cage and most aftermarket cages also. So it's a cool design, and I'm pretty happy with it. So you guys go ahead and chime in the comments. Tell me what cage should I get. I've got a couple in mind. It's one of the last things I got to do. Obviously a big thing. Let's see. Oh, rock blocks, mud flaps. So my buddy John, of course, hooked me up. I've got the trailing arm guards. They've done a great job. I've got the Can-Am OEM extended fenders with his extended fender rock block kit. And I'm freaking stoked on them. They're just freaking awesome. They push dust away from your car and all the mud and debris too, but freaking sick. What else? What else? Oh, Vivid Racing. The guys at Vivid Racing have been so cool to me. I'm so happy. I've had no issues. I have their 220 horsepower, 91 octane tune on this bad boy, and it absolutely rips. I can't wait to get it down in Mexico. It's gonna freaking haul ass. And then they sent me their Valvetronic race pipe. So no cat on this bad boy. And we've got the dump tube that's electronically controlled. It's gonna be sick. Again, we'll go back to this. I'll do a cool video. But yeah, I want to thank the guys at Vivid Racing. They've been really cool to me, and I am stoked on their exhaust. Last but not least, we got rugged radios. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep them here like the whole time, but I've got their 60-watt radio with their comm system. You gotta have that. I feel like in Baja, it's a big deal. It's awesome. It's so much fun with all you and your buddies having radios and comms and just hauling butt down there. It's freaking rad. So there you go, man. There's a 2020 Can-Am Prerunner ready for the 2019 Baja 1000. What do you guys think about my build? What else should I do? What cage should I use? Should I race it next year? Should I race the Polaris? I think I know the answer to that question, but yeah, I'm pretty stoked. Hopefully, I'm going to get a ton of cool footage down in Baja coming up. I'll try to do my best. It's tough down there with internet and stuff, but I'll try to post what I can. I'll try to post a video to show you guys how you can follow along with this, but it's going to be quite the adventure. It's going to be super fun. It's always a huge challenge and just like really fun problem solving down there. I love it. Oh, my job in Baja, I wish I had the truck here, but I'm in like $120,000 Raptor that's all set up. And if they break down, I get to go chase them and help fix them in the Raptor. So it's going to be pretty sick. So I'm not driving this year, but I will be helping out with the crew and chasing, and I'll be in that badass Raptor, and I'm really excited. So lots of pre-running, lots of fun. The Raptor, I'll try to document it the best I can. It gets pretty hard, it gets pretty intense. But anyways, guys, thanks for everything. Oh, I hit 20,000 subs too. Thanks everybody for, just all the support. Like, I think I've got 7 million views on YouTube now and 20,000 subs, and it means a lot. And I really like sharing with you guys whenever I have time. And just, sincerely, I really appreciate it. Everybody watching my videos had a little piece. I tried to put a lot of what I make back into making cool content and doing cool builds and putting up cool stuff for you guys. So just, I really appreciate it. But anyways, all right, guys, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.